Hi guys, so today I'm here just to create a short video about telling you guys what ITP is. Well basically, ITP is a bleeding disorder where the blood doesn't clot as it should due to a low number of blood cells called platelets, and these platelets are made in your bone marrow along with all the other kinds of blood cells, and then they stick together, which is basically a clot. There's still small cuts and like breaks on blood vessels and that to stop bleeding. But without the enough platelets, bleeding can occur inside the body, such as internal bleeding, or under the skin, which is external bleeding. And people who have ITP often get purple bruises called purbura. These bruises appear on the skin, and it's like basically bleeding from small blood vessels under the skin, which causes it as well. And people also who have ITP may also get tiny red or purple dots on the skin, and they're really small and they look a bit like a rash sometimes, and it's quite like low, and it lowers your self-esteem sometimes, because like if you're doing PE or something when you're at school and people look at you and they think, oh god, this person's weird when she has a rash or something, it's really hard to explain. When I went to the doctors to get this, because I was, for about 4 months before I got diagnosed with this, I was feeling really run down and really low, and I was like, I'd be really buzzing in the morning, like, yeah, let's go somewhere. And then by the afternoon, about 12 o'clock, I'd start to go downhill, and that's when I would start to feel very low and get very tired. And I remember at one point in school I actually collapsed, and people took the mickey out of me about that, but I didn't want to tell them that I had this. Now, my mum instantly took me to the hospital, and they automatically, when they saw the bruises, they said, we've got to give you a blood test. So they took my blood and that, and they said, we've got to do some other tests to see whether it could be leukemia or something. And they were like, I don't want to scare you too much, let's just rule out that leukemia bit. And that got me very scared, because I always see leukemia as a killer in my head, because lots of my friends' younger siblings have actually died from leukemia, and I saw how hard it was for them to make it through that. So I was thinking in my head, oh god, I hope I don't have leukemia. But I had the symptoms of getting nosebleeds and bleeding that was very hard to stop, and also sometimes really bad bleeding when you have your menstrual cycle, and it's like heavier than most people's. And the worst thing that could happen is, with ITP, you can get a brain hemorrhage, and that could actually kill you, but that is only in very, very severe cases. Now, when I first got this, I was 4, and I'm now 15, and I got it back again. It left when I was 5, and came back when I was 14, so I've had it for a little while now. But there are 2 types of ITP, which are acute, which is temporary or short term, and then there's long lasting, which is chronic. And acute ITP basically lasts less than 6 months, and it mainly occurs in children, both boys and girls. And the most common type of it often occurs after a viral infection. So yeah, that's what I had when I was younger. But now I'm older, I have chronic ITP, and it lasts 6 months and longer, and mostly affects adults, but teenagers do get it, and it definitely affects more women and girls than men. And then the treatment depends on how severe it is and the bleeding of the platelet count, and in mild cases treatment probably won't be needed. But for most children anyway, ITP isn't a serious or life-threatening condition. It's just something that you have to live with and take some medication to get used to it. But acute ITP goes away on its own account, usually within about 80 days. Sometimes it takes that long. But yeah, for a small number of children, ITP doesn't go away on its own, and it may require more medical attendance than just having it for a few days. But chronic varies from person to person, and it can last for quite a few years. Even people who have severe forms of it can live for decades. So most people who have chronic ITP can stop treatment at some point and maintain a safe platelet account. And like you just gotta be careful with what you take. I've been told that if I feel ill or anything, always take paracetamol, not aspirin, because that messes with the platelet count and it causes you to become like more ill, if you know what I mean. And you do get bruises, you know, and you will, and I do get bullied for it all. Like, I can't help that I have a illness called ITP, you know. People always are like, oh well, shouldn't you be dead or something? I was like, no, it doesn't kill you, that's only if you get the brain hemorrhage or it is a form of leukemia. But I've been told by other people that their doctors said to them who have it, because one of my other friends have it, they said that the doctor said, you kind of get the same symptoms as leukemia, but it's not actually as life-threatening, it doesn't actually kill you, it's just something you have to live with, but people have to kind of cope with you feeling down a lot and that, and it's just not very fun to have, especially when you get the bruising, because it gets in the way of stuff. So every time I do like PE and that, because I have I mainly get the bruising on my legs and my torso, and I just wear my tracksuit bottoms. You're originally meant to wear shorts because our school's quite strict on what we had to wear for PE, but they let me wear tracksuit bottoms and a long t-shirt underneath so I can tuck it into my trousers just in case I was to do something that would reveal my torso area that would show my bruising. And also they allow me to hide my chest area because about down here I have quite a few of the little like rash things, and they're not very nice to see, and people might think, oh god, that person's a bit weird. But yeah, so I hope this is like giving you guys a little bit of an insight into it, and yeah, just leave your comments or whatever. I don't want anyone leaving any comments saying really bitchy things about me. This is mainly for people who may share the same thing and might want to relate to it or something, I don't know. But I just thought I'd make a quick video on it. So, thanks guys.